I'm Meredith and welcome to Collectionmas 2024, where I do one of my luxury collections every day for 24 days through the month of December. If that sounds like something that interests you, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Hitting that subscribe button costs you absolutely nothing and means so much to me, so I hope you'll help me out. Today we're going to do all my luxury tote bags, and we are coming into the end of Collectionmas. Today is day 19. Can anyone believe that? 19 days in. So yes, I have on a different wig today. This one has little bits of tinsel all through it. So I thought it was very fitting for Christmas and Collectionmas. And I did buy this one because at one point I was considering going a little bit like apricot-y with my hair, and I thought this would be a good way to try it. So let me know what you think of this one as compared to the darker one I was wearing in the previous 5 videos, I think. I know some of you prefer my natural hair, and I get that, but once again, today is the day after my work Christmas party, and yeah, I'm hanging in there. I'm fine, but yeah, it was gonna be a big day always, so I thought it was just easier to throw the wig on at this point. And because we are so close to actual Christmas now, I have a Christmas jumper on, and my aircon is absolutely blasting, and I'm wearing bike shorts because it is very hot here in Sydney, but yet I'm wearing a jumper because Kmart in Australia decided that Christmas jumpers were going to be a thing this year, and I was like, okay, why not? I also have a fabulous headband to put on, which I'm looking forward to because this wig, or crown as they're called, has a fringe, or bangs as you refer to them in the States, and they're driving me a little bit nuts. So please hold and I will put this on, and then we will do my Louis Vuitton advent calendar. I have a present from a fabulous friend to unbox, and then let's look at all my luxury totes. Settle in, it's going to be a long one. Alright, that's better. Now I've got the fringe pinned back. I don't feel like it's all in my face. And I've got my little antlers on. So thank you to Dawn for sending me these. She sent me 6, so we have one every day up until Christmas now. Alright, let's have a look at the fabulous gift I got from my friend here on YouTube. The fabulous Claire from Claire Louise Luxe sent me a Christmas gift, which was incredibly kind of her. She was one of the fabulous ladies who met up in New York this year, and she is just the sweetest lady. Please go follow her channel. I will link her down below. Just kind and sweet and lovely, and her and her husband were both there in New York, and yes, very, very grateful, Claire. So she sent me a card and an explanation sheet of why she bought what she bought. She sent my children Freddo frogs. We do have Freddo frogs in Australia, but the chocolate that Cadbury makes in Australia is very different to the chocolate that Cadbury makes in the UK. Because Australia is such a hot country, it's made a little bit differently because it needs to survive an Australian summer and the transportation methods that go with moving it around the country. So it is a little bit different. UK chocolate tends to be a little bit creamier because it can be a lighter kind of mixture, because it doesn't have to survive an Australian summer. So very grateful to have those for my little ones. She also bought me a coaster. It says Meredith's Diet Coke goes here, which is absolutely perfect because yes, I love my Diet Coke. I get very cranky. I was at my Christmas party last night and I'm like, can I have a Diet Coke? Oh, we have Coke Zero. Will that be okay? I'm like, no, that is not okay. But I'm going to be forced to drink it. So yes. She also sent me some Cadbury Roses chocolate. So once again, happy about that because chocolate is different. She sent me a fabulous Louis Vuitton mini book, which is awesome. And some Yorkshire tea, which my husband will very much appreciate. He is not from this area in the UK, but he is definitely English, so always enjoys English tea. And look, it's a Glinda duck from Wicked. I love her so much. And Claire, in Claire's little note to me, she says that she has ordered me Elphaba, but she was for some reason is on back order. So she will send me Elphaba as soon as she arrives, and I am so excited. I love ducks. I love Wicked. Yay! So yes, I'm loving my little Glinda duck. She will show up in my Wicked unboxing, which is coming up too after Collectionmas. So thank you, Claire. I appreciate all the beautiful gifts you sent. And I will now let my children eat the chocolates because they keep asking about them. So yes, now they can have the chocolate. So thank you, Claire. All right, let's open day 19 of my Louis Vuitton advent calendar. I did go to Louis Vuitton yesterday before my party and I got my Christmas gifts for this year. So there will be a VIP Christmas unboxing like there always is. And we will see what Louis Vuitton gave me this year, which I am very excited about because I love it. All right, up we have a Christmas decoration. Who would have thought? Peter did say to me yesterday, is there anything other than Christmas decorations in that calendar? And I'm like, I don't know, Peter, I haven't got to the end yet. I'll let you know. Alright, so it's another blue one, which surprised me. I've got quite a few blue ones. This is six blue ones. Alright, let's do this. And that is today's Louis Vuitton Christmas decoration. Alright, you're going to have to go around the back. I'm sorry, my little friend. There we go. Excellent. Tree is holding up. It hasn't fallen over yet, so we're happy about that. Feeling a little off center. Let me just move myself. Okay, let's do all my luxury totes. I have quite a few luxury totes. I have stuck to tote in the true sense of the word because I do have an Hermes beach bag, which is like a little bit bigger than your standard tote, but technically speaking it has the same kind of setup as a tote bag, but I'm not including it because technically speaking it's a beach bag. I also have some bigger bags which I suppose you could argue are tote bags, but I'm refusing to include them. I'm going to go with the true definition of a tote, which is essentially what a Louis Vuitton Neverfull is. So big bag, handles that go over your shoulder, and that's really it. So I will do all the bags that I have that aren't Louis Vuitton first, because those of you who know me well know that I own an awful lot of Neverfulls because I love the Neverfull. So I'll do everything that's not a Neverfull first, and then we'll do Neverfulls at the end. But you want to grab a drink because this is probably going to take a while. And usually I put my bags up behind me. Totes are hard because they're really, really big, so I probably won't put any up behind me. I'll switch them out and edit this so you guys don't even notice. Well, I'm sure you always notice my editing's not that good. All right, let's start with the non-Louis Vuitton totes. So I have from Foray La Page this green, I think it's called a battle tote. Might not be. The battle tote might be the other way. This is a tote from Foray La Page in the green. It is a canvas. It looks like little scales. It has a little M on it that I had added. This was when Foray La Page was still in Sydney. The store has now closed. There is still a store in Melbourne, I believe, but that is the only one in Australia. This is actually a really great bag. I bought it to travel with, but then didn't end up traveling with it because it isn't big enough for me. I have other totes and I'm a pack rat, so I need the biggest possible handbag when I travel because I'm going to take so much. But I have used this several times just like as a daily bag if I've got to carry a lot of stuff. So if I'm going into the city and I've got to carry a few things, then this is a great bag for that. And I love this green. It does have a zip across the top, which makes it a fabulous, fabulous tote. So yes, and it is reinforced on the corners. So a really great bag. I do love Foray La Page totes. Their other bags don't really do much for me, but I do love this one. I still don't have a Goyard bag, but I am going to Paris next year and it is on my hit list that I need to actually go stand in that line and get myself a Goyard St. Louis tote because I really want one. All right, the next one is this one. So I don't forget I have it, but I rarely take it out, but it is a great bag. So it is a Fendi tote bag. And you can see there the F thing clasp on it, but this one packs down. It is a satin finish, but it packs down to next to nothing, and then it puffs back up to a proper tote bag. So it's great if you know you're going to go somewhere and buy something and you need an extra bag. It's really good for that. It's great for throwing in your luggage if you're going away and you're going to need an extra bag to carry on. This is fantastic for that. It is satin, so you do need to be careful with it. It's going to stain if you drop things on it. But yes, I actually really love this and I love the color of it. I mean, this purple is beautiful. So I have that from Fendi. And we have from Hermes this one. So this is from the Petite H range. So Petite H is a line that Hermes do, which is not, I suppose it's offcuts. It's not recycled bits, but they're offcuts of other bags. So this is the leather that they would have used on a bag, like a Birkin or a Kelly or whatever bag they were making. And this was leftover leather. And then they have this canvas, which was left over from something else. And they create this beautiful tote bag. Once again, have only used this a few times, but it's a great size for if I've got to carry a whole heap of stuff, including maybe a laptop and some notebooks. So I've taken this to work conferences to hold a lot of stuff. And I loathe work conferences. I don't go very often. I tend to make other people go. It's the joys of owning the company. But if I do have to go, or if it really interests me, this is a great bag for this because I can carry all the stuff. And I'm still very old school. I handwrite notes, even if I have a laptop. So yes, this is a really good bag. There is absolutely nothing to it inside. It is just this on the outside. It does have this pocket here, which is great for my phone. And it's also got a similar pocket on the back. So that is my Hermes Petite H tote. And this is a Burberry tote. This is old. I want to say this has got to be about 15 years old. I actually bought one for a friend the same time I bought this one and gave it to her as a Christmas gift. And I know she got a lot of use out of hers. But it is a fabric and then with leather. But this bit on the back, it rolls, so you can like roll it all the way down and then put the strap around it. I don't tend to do that. It just hangs like this now. But once again, this used to be what I'd carry before the Hermes one. And I'd use it for work when I still was, I spent less time in the office. I was more out and about doing things. And it's stained. I've got marks all over it. But a really beautiful, beautiful bag, and very slimline, which is what I loved about it. And also the Burberry interior is amazing. So that is my Burberry tote bag. Next we have the Dior book tote. It is a classic. We all know the book tote. This is my only one now. At one point I think I had 3. I'm down to just this one. I go back and forth on whether I'm going to keep it, but there's something about the blue and white and the stars that I love about this. I have used it, so I just can't quite let it go yet. So who knows what will happen next year, but at this point I still love this book tote. The stars just are everything for me. But it is just the original size book tote from Dior. I don't even know what size they call this anymore. Is this a large? I don't know. It's when book totes first came out and you had one size and this was it. Now we've got like 15 different sizes. But yes, just a plain old book tote. Nothing happens on the inside. I have got an organizer on it and the handles are only small and it is heavy. So that is generally people's gripes with the book tote, that it's expensive, it's heavy, it is not organized at all. And yes, we pay a lot of money to be inconvenienced essentially, but a beautiful bag nonetheless. The Chanel DeVille. This is my only DeVille. I had a second one. I sold it this year. This one I only keep because of this pink and the beautiful little tinsel effect through it, which is funny because I'm wearing my tinsel hair today. But it's got this beautiful little glittery effect to it. This pink is stunning. I managed to get it well after the season had passed. That Sydney just happened to have one still hanging around and I bought it. Do I use it? Nope. Have I used it? Nope. In fact, I believe you're a sticker. Oh, we don't do stickers, do we? No, we do not. There we go. So yes, no, I have not used it as yet. Do I plan to use it? I don't know. It's not a very practical color, but it is so pretty. So it just sits in my collection waiting for its time in the sun to be used. And yeah, I need to do better with that, but nonetheless, so pretty. Are DeVille totes worth it? If you have a need for them, I will always lean in a tote towards a leather version or a canvas version, just because it's a tote and you do rub up against things whether you know it or not, and you just want it to like hold a lot. So fabric I always struggle with, but it's just so pretty. So yes, that is my Chanel DeVille tote in the completely impractical pink. My newest tote bag, and dare I say it, yes, I am going to say this before I get to my Louis Vuitton Neverfull collection, which is quite extensive. This is my favorite tote. I know. Everybody sit down. This tote is amazing. I love it. This is my Mumu tote. And it is leather. it's got this distressed look about it, which is amazing. It is so light, so light. It is easy to travel with. I took it to New York. Spoiler alert, this is going to be on my best travel pieces video. It was amazing to travel with. It sits so nicely on the shoulder. It does not cut in or hurt at all. It has this fabulous cutout underneath, which makes it fit underneath your shoulder, like underneath your armpit so well. It carried everything my GM Neverfull would carry, but did it in a much more comfortable way. I adore this bag. I cannot rave about this tote enough. And would I buy another one? Absolutely, in a heartbeat. These are fabulous, but how light it is just fabulous. So at the moment it's stuffed full of stuff, but I do have an organizer in it, and my GM Neverfull organizer fits in this. But even once everything's out, it is just so light. So when you're shoving a whole heap of travel stuff in it, as I do, this is the most perfect travel bag I could ever imagine. And yes, it beats out my Neverfull GM. I am sorry, but this is far superior in my humble opinion. So that is my Mumu tote. Okay, let's move on to a bag that I really don't like. And I know you're like, well, if you don't like it, why is it in your collection? That is a very good question. I have two that I will keep no matter what. So these are the Louis Vuitton On The Go's. I thought I was going to love the On The Go when it came out because I love the Neverfull so much. I hate them. I hate the structure. I hate the heaviness of them. Not a fan. And I understand some people love the On The Go's, and I fully support you in your love of your On The Go's. I'm not a fan. I had a whole heap. I've sold a whole heap. This one is a limited one. It's got Bondi on it. I am an Australian who lives in Sydney. Bondi is a suburb in Sydney. There's a very famous beach there. It's not one of my favorite places to go. It's full of tourists. The beach is much smaller than you think it's going to be. Yes, it's a pretty beach, but you know what? All our beaches are pretty. And there's a good shopping centre there, but there's better shopping elsewhere. So for me, Bondi is really just a tourist destination, but nonetheless, I am Australian and I am from Sydney, so I do have the Bondi On The Go, not going anywhere. This is from the By the Pool collection a few years ago. So I have that one. And I also have the, oh, turn it around, Byron Bay one. So Byron Bay is a little bit further north than Sydney, also a seaside town. The Hemsworths live there, you know, Chris Hemsworth, Thor, he's nice looking. And it's very well known. It's become very bougie in recent years. It used to be this sleepy little coastal town, and you know, everyone was a bit of a hippie and it had that great holiday vibe to it. Now it's gone very yuppie and very bougie, which is fine, but yeah, it's the place to be seen, not unlike Bondi, I gotta say. But beautiful beaches and coastal town. I'm Australian. This is in New South Wales, which is where we are. So I also have the Byron Bay one, not going anywhere. Also from the By the Pool collection. All right, the two that I believe will probably leave me in 2025 are the GM in the reverse monogram, because I was holding on to it. I had this in the MM and in the PM sizes. I've sold the MM, I sold the PM. I held on to this one because I'm like, hey, maybe I'll end up using it. I'm never going to use this. So this one is definitely going, and reverse monogram is not my favorite thing in the world. So yes, that one will probably go in the new year. And the other one I have is this one, which is part of a bigger, like I have all the pieces from this collection, and I've been holding them together as a collection, but I don't feel the need to hold them all together as a collection anymore. I'm like, why do I have handbags that I really hate the design of just because I need all the pieces in that collection? The only collections I will make exceptions to for that rule would be the Murakami multicolor, which the vintage ones, which I collect, and the denim vintage collection that I have. So they're the only two exceptions where I would buy handbags I really don't like in that design, because I'm trying to complete those collections. These ones doesn't have quite the same emotional attachment to me. So yes, this one can go in the new year as well. But I bought this one because of the fabulous pink interior that it came with. But once again, not my favorite bag. It is leather, which makes it probably better for me than the canvas, but yeah, this one will probably find a new home in the new year as well. All right, are we ready to do the Neverfulls? Settle in, people, we're gonna go on a trip. The first Neverfull is this one in the PM size. It is my only PM Neverfull. I always thought that I needed all 3 canvases in the PM because I have all 3 canvases in all the other sizes, and as a collector there is a feeling of, well, you need them all. But once I got a PM in my collection, it's really small. Which, yes, I know, it makes sense because it's PM. But it's just, I don't know, I have never carried this. So the functionality of a Neverfull for me really comes into play with the MMs, but most especially with the GMs, which are my favorite size. So I don't actually, despite those collector tendencies that I have, I really don't feel like I need the PM in the demier, Abine, or the monogram. And I know that that makes no sense when I rationalize that in other ways with other collections, but this size just annoys me. So I'm kind of angry at it. And I know people love their PMs and I support you in that, but for me, I like my MMs and I like my GMs, and this one just makes me angry because it's so small. And I understand there's now even like, I think it's called the BB size, but no, a tote is supposed to carry stuff. And I can't even get my laptop in this. So for me, it's not a true tote in the true sense of the word. It's like the Speedy 20. I sold all of mine because I'm a purist and I'm like, no, Speedies are supposed to carry a whole heap of stuff, and the 20 makes no sense in my brain. This PM makes no sense to me because it's not a true tote because it can't carry all the crap you need it to carry. My brain's a very strange place, I know. And if you love your PM, I'm really happy for you. But this one I keep just in case my daughter eventually decides that she wants to carry a luxury handbag like mum, and I have no doubt that she might actually do that because she comes into my bag room and plays with my bags. And at that point, when she says to me, all right, I want my own luxury tote, I'm going to go, there you go, that's your first one, kid. If you can keep that one like in good condition and not ruin it, and I don't know, by the state of her room at the age of 6, I don't know if she's ever going to be able to do that. But when she's interested, I will hand her this one and let her go and see how she goes with it before I buy her anything else. Only reason I keep the PM size. All right. The MMs. Oh, it's my biggest collection of Neverfulls because they do so many limited edition in the MMs. One of my favorites is this one. I have had this for a very long time. This is the Sydney one. Yes, I'm a little patriotic. I like my things to have my hometown and my home cities on them. So this was done a long time ago now. I can't even tell you the year. Someone in my comments will do it. Hector, what year did these come out? You're always there with the information for me. But I loved this because it had Sydney on it. It's got the beautiful pink interior, which is not the same shade of pink that we usually see in any Louis Vuitton things, but it matches this V, and I love this about it. So I've had this for a very long time. It's a collector's piece. I love it. Oh, these might fit. Hang on. Oh, kind of. We'll just shove it in there, it's fine. All right, the next one is this one. I think I got this year. This was a By the Pool collection, I am sure, but it's this woven fabric that almost, blowing out the lights because it is so light, sorry. So it's like this woven fabric that is made to look like a raffia, and then it's got all white detail on it. It's a great summer bag because it's such a light color, but white bottom, no feet. Got to be a little bit careful with this one. So I admit I've only taken it out once because yes, you need to be very, very careful with this because it is all fabric and all white leather. Never a good combination, but I just loved it. So I bought that one this year. We have the By the Pool Neverfull in the beautiful pink to yellow ombre. And yes, it is the same as my Bondi on the go. And it's got the frangipani and the leaf bag charm on it. Has the beautiful pink interior that goes with it. Love this ombre. I love pink. I love a lemony yellow, so this one goes really well with me. Yeah, so I have that one. And was this the Stardust collection? I'm pretty sure this was the Stardust collection. This Neverfull, stunning. love this beautiful purple ombre effect. It's gorgeous. It's got the beautiful lining. This one came to me exactly like this. So it's got not a single line in it because it was never packed down like a Neverfull is. So I love this. It's just such a pretty, pretty bag. And yes, I have used it. I don't have an organizer in this one. Oh my goodness. I thought all my Neverfulls had organisers in it. Note to self, need an organiser for this one. So yes, I have that one as well. Then we have from the Game On collection this one. So I had the choice of the black or the white in this. I went with the black. I love this pocket on the front. It does actually fit my phone. So this is a pocket. And then we've got all the different colours on it. And we've got the spade. No? Are you a spade? That's a spade, isn't it? Yeah, I don't play a lot of cards, can you tell? But for me, the pouches in these were fabulous. So this one has the blue pouch with orange detail, and I really chose the black based on this pocket and the pouch. The white one had a different color pouch and a different pocket on the front. So I do love this. I love that it's black, actually. It's really handy that it's black because I use it when I need a black tote. And then I have this one, which is the same design as the On The Go that I am looking to sell next year. So I have this whole collection, as I said. This is leather. I will keep the Neverfull. The On The Go will leave me because I love the Neverfull far more than I love the On The Go. So I also have this one. Okay, moving on to all our nice standard canvas options for the MM sizes. We have this one. This is my oldest Neverfull. It's my most loved Neverfull. You can tell that a lot of the BBN around the top has aged. It's got water spots on it. Has not cracked, which actually surprises me because I have abused this bag. My husband bought me this. This was my very first Neverfull. He said, "What do you want?" I said, "I want a Louis Vuitton Neverfull." I chose the Demier Azure because I wanted it for summer, and then I abused it. It has marks all through the inside from makeup that has gone missing in my bags and opened. It's well loved, and it's from before they did the pouches with it, so it's one of the very early Neverfulls. But I love it, and I love that my husband bought it for me, and that was wasn't long after we started dating. We've been together, talking about it the other day, 14 years? Coming into 14 years, but we've been married almost two, but that's not the point. So yes, this was my very first Neverfull. It does not have a pouch, but I have since bought a pouch to put in it because it bothered me that I only had one without a pouch. I also have the Demier Azure with the pink interior. So the other one's got beige, this one's got pink. And when I was in my true collector frenzy, I bought basically every canvas with every interior so I could have them. I know, I'm crazy. So yes, I have Demier Azure with the pink interior also. And then we have the Demier Ebene, of course, but with the red interior, classic red interior that we often see on the Demier Ebene. It is a beautiful, beautiful bag. The original Louis Vuitton canvas, which is why it's so special. And I also have the Demier Ebene with the pink interior. Now, I have to say, I really love the pink interior on this. I feel like it's this really pretty interior with this dark brooding outside. So yeah, I love the light pink interiors when they do them with the Demier Ebene, but the red for me is much more classic in its design, but I like having them both. So I've got both of those. Side note, this week has taught me that I don't ever want to fringe because I can't get it to stay back and it's in my face and it's driving me nuts. So, you know, when I get my hair cut, no fringes. The 3 monogram pieces in the MM size. So I have the MM monogram with the pink interior. I have the MM monogram with the red interior. And I have the MM monogram with the beige interior. Yes, I am an insane person. Do I need 3 of these? No. But were there 3 colours when I was in my collecting frenzy? Yes, there were, so I bought them all. I don't know if there's more colours now. I don't know if some of these have been discontinued. I haven't looked at Neverfulls on the Louis Vuitton website in a long time. And maybe that's a good thing, because if I think there's other colours, then maybe that little voice in my brain will go, there's other colours, we need them. But at the moment there were 3 when I bought them, so I have all 3 now. They are great, great bags. And then finally we have my favorite size of the Neverfull, which is the GM size. Now 2 of my GMs are not here. I have 2 Stephen Sprouse GMs, one in pink, one in that vibrant acid green. They're both with Louis Vuitton at the moment, having the leather replaced on them. So they're vintage pieces that I found and I'm having them restored. So 2 of them are not here at the moment, but you will see them when they come back from repairs. I will do a video on them. The ones I do have here are the Demier Azure with the pink interior. This was a unicorn bag. They discontinued this bag with the pink interior for a while, and I thought I'd missed it, and it bothered me no end that I had missed it, that I hadn't bought it when it was available, because as you can see I do all the canvases with all the interiors. And then suddenly one came into the Sydney store and my sales associates knew I was hunting it and jumped on it for me, so I was so happy. I'm not 100% sure if this is back in production now, but it did go out of production for a while, so I was super happy to get this one. And we also have the Demier Azure with the cream interior. So both the Azures. I have only the one Demier Ebene. I'm not sure if they've ever done anything other than the red interior in the GM size, but that's the only one I've got because when I was in my collector frenzy, that was the only interior they have. To be perfectly fair, if they had it with the pink interior, I probably would have bought it. And if I knew that it existed, I would probably buy it now. So I have the Demier Ebene also. The first GM I ever bought was this one. This was my baby bag. I bought this in Queenstown, New Zealand. I had just fallen pregnant and we went to Queenstown, my husband and I, and I wanted to buy a piece there because we were celebrating that we were pregnant and I wanted a baby bag. So I bought the GM Neverfull with the beige interior because we didn't know what we were having. I went on to lose that pregnancy, which was devastating, but when I fell pregnant with my son, which was he the pregnancy after that or the pregnancy after that? Lost it. I had a few miscarriages in there. Anyway, when I finally got pregnant with my son, I wanted to still use this bag. So, because we had bought it together when we were very excited. So, I still wanted to use this bag as a baby bag. But for anyone who is considering a baby bag, this was a real pain in the backside, and I've got a whole video on best baby and mum bags. I'll link it down below for anyone who's interested. This was not a great choice for a baby bag. I only ended up using it for a couple of months because it did drive me a little bit nuts. But it still holds a special place in my heart for several reasons, being where we bought it and where we were at the time emotionally, and yeah. So I have that one, and I loved it so much as a bag, I actually bought it with the pink interior too. I did not use this for my daughter when she came along. My daughter only had baby bags, like ones that you bought from the baby store, because they're just better made for the purposes of having a baby, I've got to say. So yes, but I do have this one, and I do love the pink interior on it. It is very, very vibrant. So they are all my luxury totes that I own. Does anyone need this many luxury totes? No, they do not. But because I have so many, when I say things like the GM size is my favorite Neverfull size, I have actually tried them all and have them all in my collection. So I say that with conviction. And when I say my Mumu tote is far and away better than the Neverfull, I do that having used the Neverfull for years. Now that's not to say that everybody will feel the same, that some people will die, like you will die over your Neverfull forever. It is the perfect piece for you, and I support you in that. For me, I just like my Mumu one better. So if you are after luxury recommendations for a tote, just, you know, I guess do your research and then decide what's going to work best for your lifestyle. The Neverfull is always going to be a classic at Louis Vuitton. I believe strongly it's a great entry-level piece. I also believe strongly that it's a great usable piece. There's a reason everybody has the Neverfull, because it's so usable and functional and a fantastic bag. So just because everyone has one doesn't make it bad. Sometimes it's popular for a reason. But yeah, they're all my luxury totes. How many do I have? I have 32 luxury totes all up. I showed you 30 here today, and then I've got the 2 Stephen Sprouse Neverfulls, which are in with Louis Vuitton. So I own 32 luxury totes. Yes, that's a lot of totes, but that's okay. It's a collection. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot to a content creator when you hit that subscribe button. Please also hit the little bell notification so you know when I upload videos, which at the moment is every single day. I'll also throw up my Instagram handle for you so you can follow me over there. I put lots up in real time, lots around my collection and my day-to-day life, so please come follow me over there. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.